Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the stage Mr. Mark Kaye.
Francisco and his ass. Let's hear it for both of them. Awesome. I was like a story that never ends. Lovely. Happy New Year, everybody. This is not my real voice. I'm sorry. I have a cold. I was excited. I thought my balls finally dropped, but it's just a cold. But at least now I know what I would sound like as a real man, because I don't sound like this normally. I'm fine. I tested for COVID. I do not have it. I am vaccinated if you care. I don't know. I have Moderna. I wanted Pfizer because it seemed like all the cool people were getting Pfizer, right? It was like everyone was getting Pfizer. And then I remember Pfizer me Viagra, and I thought, man, I don't want like a stiff arm for 4 hours. Like, looking like a Nazi, having to go to the doctors, they're Jewish. It's a bad situation. Like, I didn't want that. I know Cisco was talking about New Year's resolutions. I don't make New Year's resolutions. You get to a certain age where you're like, it's just bullshit. Like, don't. But the one thing I am doing this year is, I don't know if anyone does this, like, there's always things I put on my list of things I want to try and learn. And this year, I've just come to the conclusion, I'm not going to learn anything new. I'm not going to learn pickleball. I'm not going to learn how to speak Spanish. I'm not going to learn any new pronouns, because I'm done with the fucking pronouns. And, honestly, it's too much already. I am not kidding you. I was on a Zoom call, and this person's pronouns were Zer. Are we identifying with Harry Potter now? Are we getting our pronouns from the Muppet Show? What the fuck is happening? It's out of control. It is. My kids are, they're 19 and 21, and they're woke, right? You know, this woke, politically correct. I get it. I'm like, go back to sleep. You know, like, please. I get it. And I'm trying to say, look, I'm woke too, right? Grandpa. Greatest generation, baby boomer, woke, you know? You need to be more patient. Grandpa woke up at 6 a.m. You woke up at 2 p.m. Grandpa's been up 8 hours more. I'm talking about every hour is like a decade, you know? When Grandpa woke up, Joe Biden was your age, you know? Amazon, just in rainforest, that's not... Apps were just 2 for 1 at Fridays, you know? That's all, like, so just give them a break. Wait, with the woke, my God. My kids are, you know, I don't, you guys have kids, teenagers, kids in the audience? No, yes? Yes. Yes. Yeah, okay, good, one person. All right, good. Nobody else has procreated, good, that's good. My kids are close, and then they become teenagers, or as I call assholes, and then they don't get close anymore. And as a dad, I told him the only people that will understand how crazy your upbringing was are your siblings. So you need to find your way back to each other, right? So my daughter told me over the holiday break that I'd be proud because she called her brother because she was going to shroom for the first time and wanted to find out the right amount to use. Proud dad. I'm so proud. They're interested, they're bonding over drugs and my death. Apparently they want to know how much money I have, you know, just for research purposes. I told them there's enough to bury me, that's all they have to worry about. I went to a financial planner for the first time ever. Everyone ever go to a financial planner? It's so depressing. It's like, it's just horrible. They run all these scenarios for you, and in one scenario, he's like, well, you could live to be 93, but then he's like, you won't have anything left. And I was like, well, what's the problem with this? He's like, well, you're not gonna have anything left to give your kids. I said, my kids are gonna be in their 60s in this situation. Like, can you run the scenario that tells me when I can stop supporting them? Where's that fucking scenario? Right? All right, 1 person, 3 people. It's gonna happen. I can feel it. My son is a senior in college. He is. Anybody have kids in that age range? Yeah. Oh God, that's awful. He told me he's in a situationship. Did you ever hear this? I was like, oh, I'm in a situationship right now with you, and I want to get out. I don't want to. In case you don't know, situationship is just another term for friends with benefits, right? And I told him, dude, you and I are not so different. I want friends with benefits too, okay? The only difference is I want my friends to have real benefits, you know? Prescription, dental, medical, maybe a medical marijuana card, you know? I mean, sex is great, right? But you're gonna get to a point, low lighting situation, a friend with a good pair of prescription bifocals, priceless. You get it, right? I'm telling you, he doesn't know what he has no clue. He has no clue. his friend was telling me that their generation is making up for all the faults of my generation. They're putting the pro in progress. I was like, oh no, I get that because I'm about to put the age in rage. So I get it. I totally get it. Not an issue. He's a senior. He's an engineering student. Okay, half a person, I guess. He's an engineering student, and he's starting to look for jobs. So every now and then I'll be like, how's it going? How's the job search? He goes, well, I don't have anything yet, but don't worry about it because I met a dude on a bus, and he said I could work in his hookah lounge. I was like, that's great. So if you're not designing pipes, I guess you'll be smoking them, right? Less dad. He just got on LinkedIn. You guys know what LinkedIn is? Is that professional? Yeah. It's so horrible, isn't it? It's so horrible. So on LinkedIn, you know how when you want to connect with someone, you send them a little message on how you know them? He sends me, my son, senior college, sends me a message on how he knows me, and it says, I'm a yo son. That's what the message said. Lowercase IMMA, yo son. I was like, dude, not only am I not going to link in with you, not going to Ancestry.com with you either. It's like, doing it. It's not happening. I was worried about him though because, I don't think everybody should go to college. I think get a job, figure out what you want to do. We need lots and lots of workers. It's fine. And that summer before we went to college, like my friend kept telling me to chill out. I was like, I just don't think he's ready. And finally my friend was like, no, you don't understand. Every bird has to leave the nest someday. I was like, no, you don't understand. 2 weeks before this bird left the nest, he came up to me and goes, so Dad, it doesn't matter which side of the envelope I put the stamp on, right? Not ready to leave the nest. You know what I'm saying? He's not quite ready. I tried to be a good dad though when he went to college. I bought him a bulk box of condoms from Costco. Yeah, sir, if you're interested, good deal. I'm packing everything in the corner of the dining room, and that Sunday before we were about to leave, he finds him. He's like, oh my God, I don't know what kind of kid you think I am. I was like, oh, I'll tell you, I think you're the kind of kid that doesn't have kids. That's what and we're gonna keep, right? And I told him, I don't care what you do, inside, outside, one a day. You wear one a day, just like aspirin, just preventatively. My kids were both home for the holidays. I was on the couch with my daughter, and my son walks in with a big cup of Starbucks, big Starbucks cup. And my daughter goes, Starbucks? Where'd you get that? So we're planning on completing the 4 years of college. Is that what's happening? We're gonna go for it, okay. And then my son answers her and goes, I got connections, yo. I was like, you don't have connections. You have a gift card from Grandpa. He's on the Xbox, no shirt, right? Six-pack abs. I've had a dad bod my entire life. He's on the Xbox. You guys have kids that do this, and they're talking to people. They never see him. And so these people have never seen my son, right? They have different names on the Xbox, and all I hear is, "Oh, I got you. Oh, my bad. What? Yo. Oh, why you gotta be like that, yo?" Finally, I walked over and was like, "Can you just put him on hold for a second? Does this guy know that your name is Elliot?" You live on a cul-de-sac, I mean, give me a break, dude. My daughter is at Temple, and I do try to, yes, all right, good. Great school, I try to be a good dad. I'm trying to boost up her self-esteem, I think with social media, it's hard for girls especially, right? They think that they're not pretty enough, and I'm always saying how she's beautiful inside and out, and she's always like, no, I'm not, and I annoyed her so much, this literally how she goes, okay, Dad, you know what, I'll just give you this. I think I'm good looking enough to get kidnapped. I was like, oh, that's what every dad wants, right? Their daughter to have enough self-esteem to be held for ransom, basically, right? I mean, that's beautiful. environmental studies major at Temple. She's very woke, as I mentioned. She told me that she wants to adopt a highway, herself. You know these signs, adopt a highway? I was like, oh, sweetie, that's great, but I saw your apartment. How about we adopt a bedroom first? Can we do that? Can we like clean up the crap around your bed, you know? And then worry about the turnpike? Can we do that? Yeah, like think local, but act local, you know? It's just that she has enough single-use plastic around her bed to choke an entire family of sea turtles. That's all. That's what To make matters worse, she's a vegan. You guys know? Oh yeah, that was exactly my reaction. She's in Philly, so I took her out for vegan ice cream. Vegan ice cream. I know it's as good as it sounds. It is. 2 scoops of ice cream, chocolate sauce, sprinkles, $16. I walked up to the other woke, the nose ring behind the counter, and I was like, "Is here okay? Should I just, no, just Venmo and MasterCard? Okay, no, it's okay." Why are we protecting these cows again? She was studying seaweed. This is what I'm paying for. Apparently there's a seaweed problem in Mexico. It's called sargassum. And so I was like, no, sargassum is not seaweed. Sargassum is me having sex with your mother. When we used to be married. That's a sarcastic orgasm. That's what, oh my God, Mark, you're the best. No one's better than you. Oh my God, yes, yes, yes. You're so amazing. That's sarcasm. That is not seaweed. I know it's hard to hear, but it's true. I like being a dad, I do. I just don't like when people keep putting pressure on me to enjoy it now, you know? I don't know if you guys can relate. Like when I first got married, people were like, oh Mark, enjoy it now. You know, you'll miss your freedom one day. And then you have kids, and like, oh Mark, enjoy it now, you'll miss your kids one day. And like, when does this end, you know? Am I gonna be 85 and some 100-year-old dude comes up to me, he's like, oh Mark, enjoy it now. You'll miss your real underwear one day. So I'm 53, I just turned 53, and I'm at that weird age now where I'm not super young and I'm not super old. Like, I use Icy Hot for my shoulder, you know? But I also think, Icy Hot, man, that would be a great Tinder name. I'm right in the middle. Like, you know what I mean? Like, my safe word is sciatica, you know what I mean? Because I'm actually experiencing sciatica while I'm having sex, so it's easy to remember. It's either that or pizza, because I'm hungry. Those are my two, if you wanna use them. I went for my physical. It was my first time having a physical with a woman doctor. I had never had it. It was incredible. My normal physical has been with the same guy for 20-something years. He comes in, he does something, I don't know what he's doing, doesn't explain anything, and he's out in 10 minutes. This physical lasted an hour and a half. She explained everything. We're gonna take your temperature, any questions? We're gonna take your blood pressure, any questions? And then I'm gonna lightly touch your scrotal sac and ask you to cough while turning both ways. Any questions? Yeah, a couple. With respect to the light cupping of the scrotal sac, included in the copay, or? I'll pay for it. I just like to budget. I like to budget. You can sign up to donate for blood now in the doctor's office. Maybe you guys know this. And I donate blood. But I have a really weird relationship with donating blood, you know, like, I got denied because I'm a vegetarian. Apparently my hemoglobin was low, which was weird because I went in thinking I might not get accepted, but I thought it was going to be drugs or sex. Turns out it was carrots. That was weird. But it's weird because they ask you all these questions you have to answer before you donate blood. And it's always really innocent at first. It's like, are you allergic to shellfish, you know? But before you know, it's like, have you had gay sex between 1989 and 1993 with a black man while eating bad beef, you know? You're like 89 to 93. Oh my God. No, it was chicken. It was good, it was chicken. My favorite question though is, have I ever paid for sex? I was like, I don't know how to break it to you. I have 2 kids. I pay for it every fucking day of my life. You guys are a lot of fun. My name is Mark K.